Where are we? Where are we? We're in the sweet shop. We're in this. It's been a long, long time. I am, or was, number one buyer, number one customer. And I rang Tone up. And our sister Tone says, "Oi, Tone, why aren't I your number one customer anymore? Your number one buyer?" "Oh, Reggie. He's been quiet. He's been busy doing other things. But he says, come on over, Reggie. All the tools and that have sort of come to an end. Yeah, sort of come to an end. So Tone says to me, do you know, I'm gonna bring stuff to an end, Reggie. So basically, I can buy anything I want, everything. Tone says to me, it's unusual, isn't it? Tone says to me, I'll make you a good deal. Now there's a story on this box. Does anybody recognise this box? Yeah, this never moved afterwards. We might have that just for the story. Let's just see. So far we've got put that in the kitty, we put that in the kitty, we put them two levels in the kitty, we put those two in. These are more right for them, so that's coming home. Now what's again a more right Sheffield. That's one of those. I think I've got something similar, but that's one of those as well. How much? Lovely. Aren't they lovely and displayed like this? Look. You see, what's that one? That one is a star. Is that a starret? Yeah, that's a starret. Look. Let's have a look. That's a starret. This one is a... There's a name on that. Made in England. What is that? Anyway, there's that. And this one, more and right, radius gauge with the box. Radius gauge with the box. More and right Sheffield. What's this one? This one is a AF meter. I haven't collected these in ages. Now we know what that is now, don't we? That's a sine bar to do your angles. Look. And here, look. These will have a right old age on them. Standard wire gauge with a name on the back somewhere. Wire gauge. HFH. All right, Tone.
Yeah.
I'm still the same, you know, Tone. Anything that moves, take the phone out and look. Little drill, little axe.
Your book's in there.
Oh yeah, we're definitely gonna need the book, Tone. We're definitely gonna need the book, I think. Right. You still light up. Which is the plug for that? It's a lovely. No, yeah. And that one. Oh yeah. Really nice. Do you know what? I've put some of them in place, but I even haven't made a display for the others yet. But you know, they're there ready to go. My little munchkins, get yourself a cup of tea. Get yourself settled. This is gonna be a long one. I'm gonna begin. Wow, I've been round to Tone's. Oh, I haven't done business with Tone for a long time, you know. And I rang him up. I says, Tone, what's going on, Tone? What's occurring? What's occurring, Tone? Why am I not your number one customer? So, you know, time goes by, budgets get tight, things don't pick things up, and you know, and changes. You've got to, when you're doing something, you've got to fill your kitty because you don't know when things come to an end. Anyway, long story short, Tone has kindly given me the greatest deal he can give me on all this, because I've always done business. I've never I don't think I've ever knocked him down. Whatever he wants, that's the price. I trust Tone to give me the price that he wants to give me, and he trusts me not to knock him down. That's one of the things when you're building a relationship with a supplier, you don't go a thing and, oh, I've got a bargain, blah, 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 and knock down a price because I've knocked this off him. It's not my way. If that's what you want, that's what I'll pay you. If that's what I'm willing to pay for it, I'll pay you, you know. I don't, this is where it pays off. Now, Tone says, well, he's pulling out of this side of things. He's got no more supply of it at the moment. Who knows what's around the corner, but he's got no supply, so he's going to clear it out. So Reggie, yeah, and how much for that? Yeah, Tone, yeah, we'll have that. Yeah, we'll have that, we'll have that, we'll have that. It's not a case of, well, I'll give you a little less for it. He knows that I don't knock him down, and I trust his prices. You know, so this is when long-term relationships with your suppliers come in, and how you find stuff. And sometimes you buy stuff that you don't really want, but you suck it up, and yeah. So anyway, we've got a few to go through. Look at this. I have seen them in the book. Bullard wrench, it says on it. Don't know what look, Bullard wrench. Because of course, remember, Tone breathes on these. He fetches them from wherever he fetches them from, and Tone breathes on them, shall we say, and they always come in really nice condition when they've come off Tone. We've got, oh, what have we got there? We've got a pattern number. Patterned October 20, oh, has it got a year? Patterned October 2703. Oh, that's a funny number, isn't it? Number 2. That should. Is that Oct? 1927? 3rd of the year? I don't know. You can tell me that, won't you? But anyway, I have seen them. Unusual wrench, isn't it? Unusual wrench. And in good nick, look. Really good. Well cleaned up. I guess that's... Ooh. We'll have to look in the books for that. Is that 100 years old? Guess so. Anyway, now we're back. We're on the Clyburn, not Clyburn, Unbreakable Jaw they call it, don't they? This one, and she has it. So the more you pull on it, the tighter it gets. Wobbly head. I don't know what there would be. The name for this would be called Fast Fit. Yeah, Fast Fit. And number 2, Fast Fit, patent. Did somebody alter that? Did that come like that? What's it say on it? It's got a number on it. And a hole in there. So, what is... That looks... It's the Unbreakable head, so it's Clyburn age. So that's got right old age right now, because they don't make them like that anymore. The head's just too big, but you put it on, and as you pull on it, it tightens itself, doesn't it? Yeah. We haven't got one of them, have we? No. Blimey. Where are we gonna continue to? Oh yeah, hammer. But look, is this an original hammer? Or has somebody decided will put a good handle on it. Even the handle, the head of this handle is funny shape to it, and it looks like it's meant to be there, unless somebody's made it homemade or whatever, turned it and then flattened it. But there's no, doesn't seem, oh yeah, there is, look. There's a faint mark of a pin in there, look. There's probably one further down somewhere. Oh, yeah, there's a pin there, look. There's a pin there, countersunk. So, oh no, it looks like, oh no, just a faint mark. Yeah, there's a pin there. Oh, is there a pin there? Oh, I don't know. Yeah, there's a faint mark of a pin there. So they've put it on countersunk here. Put the rivet, the pin, bashed it down, then cleaned it up. Is this factory made, or is this somebody decided, I'm sick of losing the head off the top of my hammers, I'm going to strengthen it? I suspect, somebody's made this, because I haven't seen one. You see them with just a handle and a head. You don't have to see them with this mega strengthening bar down the side. Obviously a Slater's well worked, the head's never going to come off this, is it? It's never going to get a loose head on this anymore. Indestructible Slater's hammer. A Rufus hammer in it, that's what it is. It's a Rufus hammer. So, pick this up with the ratchet and screwdriver. Moore and Wright, we'll have to look in the book for this. Sheffield, that should have been chrome plated. It's brass underneath, isn't it? And they chrome plate it. Lovely handle, working really well. Good working order. Nice clean head to it. What else can you say? Everything was quality in them days. Look at it. Little. I need to get myself an engineer's box tonight. I presume this is a Moore and Wright's box. I don't know, but it's definitely a nice box. Again, it's a thread gauge. Hold on. Tone knows how to display stuff when he's selling it, doesn't he? An AF and a metric. So we've got thread gauge there. Fairly modern. Oh, made in Japan. Made in Japan. Another thread gauge there. Yeah. And in there, another one here. What's this one? Oh, very fine thread on this one. Another thread gauge. What did it say? Metric. It's got a bit of sawdust on it, that's all. So they're okay for in that little box, aren't they? Yeah. So here we have little Moore and Wright box, yeah. A radius gauge number 208, Moore and Wright 208. So here's a little radius gauge, and it says Moore and Wright Sheffield 208. Lovely. Well, radius gauge, I'm not sure if it's something they use today, or is there something else? I don't know. It does have its sizes on it, look. There. Whoops. There. There. Increments of, so they're all marked and sized. like a feeler gauge. The bit you're measuring is that round bit on the end. So there, I guess, is the male radius, and I guess this is the equivalent female radius. Wow. Yeah, I think I've got something similar, but I'm not sure if I've got this particular set with this number, and I definitely haven't got it in and with its own little box. Amazing. Number 2H, Moore and Wright, Sheffield. Yeah, let's put it in its box, in its little box. Now another thread gauge, Alice Starrett, Athol, Massachusetts, number 7. Oh, I've seen a fantastic film about the factory, Athol, Massachusetts and Starrett. I must pass that one on to you. Look, it goes from 18.0, goes around here. It still measures a thread, and this side here, no, this is the core side. This is quite the big, that'd be quite a big thread really, wouldn't it? That would be, what is that? 4S20, 5, so it goes as high as that, and then down as low as this. It's got a huge range to it. The amount of work, it's only a little tiny tool, little gauge, but the amount of work that must have gone in to make that there. And I don't know how old that might be. Don't know how old that might be. Oh, here we have, look, another radius gauge. Slip in, is it? Slip in radius gauge. Slip in, is that slip in a name? Number 4, made in England, very faintly on the very bottom there, look. Made in Asia, radius gauge. Yeah, what's it say here? Again, that slip in. Number, made in England. Very faint, isn't it? England, yeah, the bottom is England. Do they still use these gauges? Are they still a tool that they use today still? Or what's the modern equivalent? There's probably going to be a digital equivalent somewhere, I guess. I'm sure Scoutcrafter would tell us about these. And what does that, we know it's a measurement, but what exactly does it mean by that measurement? I'm guessing it's this corner bit. Yeah. So if you joined these corners together, 4 of these angles, would it make a whole half-inch hole? Is that a half-inch hole? Anyway, that had to come home with us, didn't it? Yeah. Box. It says feeler blades there on this Moore and Wright box. We'll have to look at that, won't we? We'll have to look at the book. But this, apparently, these are magnetic. It's part of a kit of another tool. All the bits of wood is to keep the magnetic, but they're very highly magnetic. And let me get them out for you. Oh, what can we see? These are Eclipse, made in England. Magnetic. They are magnetic, look. There's some sort of spacer or something. Yeah. And here's the little... Oh, this is what drives them crazy. Yeah. Look, this little... What's it say on this little magnetic bar here? You see? That's what magnetizes them. Look, really strong little magnet this is. And there's another strong little magnet. And the little piece of wood just separates them away, because otherwise they'll just stick to themselves like mad. Oh yeah, and you know I like box spanners, and you know, but I mustn't cut this up, because this one, look, it's a Moore & Wright box spanner, so we'll have to well-used box spanner, but this is what you're looking for, see? This is what you're looking for, a name, a stamping, a good name, Moore & Wright Sheffield. So there's one there. And there's another one here. Yeah, Moore & Wright. That's what we're looking for. Is that a Moore & Wright? Yeah, it looks like it. Yeah, a Moore & Wright. So that's, otherwise, yeah, well used. This, otherwise, oh, it's been hammered upon as well, hasn't it? You will fit. But it just destroys them, doesn't it? But anyway, this is what we're always looking for. We're looking for any sort of marking or identification. This would have been rusty in a box, I'm guessing, or this could be disregarded, rusty in a box. But it's faint, but that's what we're always looking for, look. The Moore & Wright, the name, the stamp. So we've got two of those that we must keep to one side. I know, another feeler gauge. This is telling me this is an older feeler gauge, before they designed the ratchets and they all went down the path of the ratchets. So this could have a right old age on it, you know. Yeah. Number 140. Let's look for a name. It's a name. It's USA. It's a name we haven't come across before, have we? Almond Company. Ashburnham, Massachusetts, USA. We haven't come across that name before, have we? So I suspect, simply because it hasn't got a ratchet on the end, I suspect this has got a right old age on it. Yeah. Oh, look at that. Oh, look at that. Look how... Oh, spot on. Look at that. You know, you can over-tighten them, under-tighten them, and that's why they put the ratchet on, to stop you doing that. But that just sweetly comes to a stop there. Absolutely bob on. Look at that. Yeah, so we'll have to find out the age of that. No lock on it, look. So that's got to be a little sweetheart, that is. So I'd say this is slightly more modern because it's got a locking mechanism on it of sorts. What it does exactly. This one. Somebody's tried to put their name on it, look. Keep your thieving little hands off it. This is a and the name on this one, good old Pratt, Greenfield, Massachusetts. Wow, we haven't even got that name yet. We haven't got a good old Pratt one, have we? No. Good old Pratt Company, Greenfield, Massachusetts. Same place they make a lot of the taps and dies and stuff. What is that? What is that? That's some sort of... Don't know what that is. what that is. Does it pull? No. Does it push? No. Does it turn? Yes. That's about it. Does it touch that? No. Don't know what that is. Anyway, again, it's got no ratchet on the end, so I'd say that's got quite a bit of age on it. I'd say so. For the collection, we haven't got a good old Pratt one, have we? We haven't got a good old Pratt anything, really, I don't think. The box. Oh, look. The boxes are well made, aren't they? Pushy anything cap, sort of. You just put it down and push that to get it out. Lovely. Lovely, that is really nice. Again, look. Isn't it nice when you get something in a box and so you can keep it and look after it? Let's see what's inside this box. Oh yeah, a couple of levels. This one is, let's zoom in on this one. This one is a Rabone Birmingham. Rabone. Before Rabone and Chesterman, so older than a Rabone and Chesterman. Number 1393. So nice and easy to identify. Little level, sweet little level. Lovely. And then we've got this one. What's this one? What is, yeah, look, we're into there. Look, let's have a look. This one is a pocket level, they call it, don't they? Speed Toll made trademark. Speed Toll trademark. It's meant to go in your top pocket. It's only a little pocket level. Aluminium. I don't think it's that old. It's got brass on it. It's got the bubble in it. What is that name? Oh, 1953. Ah, yeah, look. It's got a date on it. 1953. Speedtol. Again, weather's been at it, but the surface of where you want the level to be is pretty good. Yeah. Nice addition to the level collection. I think they call this, don't they call this a centre finder or something? Yeah, you can tell by just the sort of, it's got a right old age on it. It looks sort of Victorian-ish. No marks. Marks are well gone, aren't they? Yeah, but I think, I don't know, unless it's some sort of turning tool, do you think? I'd suggest it's a centre finder. But I don't, yeah, look. There's the curve of the tube, maybe. Maybe the wear on it. I don't know. But I'm guessing that's a centre finder. But if you know differently, please let me know. What are the little spanners? Little electrical or ignition spanners they call, don't they? One, we've got that there, look. 409. We've got something here. British. What's it say? British. Range made, British made, but there's something else there, isn't there? There's British made. What's, and it belonged to DP. British Ruin, is it? RUWEN, Ruin. I've got a little British there, look. BA, yeah. I've got a little British there. We thought it was a Williams, but British something again there. There's the British, there's the British. Don't know what that is. Rowan something? What's in there? Yeah. Anyway, a little bit of vintage ignition spanners, are they called? Electrical spanners. Little set of them. Ignition spanners. The days when there used to be points in cars. Made in England, yeah. JPI. Little feeler gauge there. Probably a 25,000, guessing. A standard sort of spark plug thing. Yeah, check your points. Check your spark plug. Them days are over. Them days are over. Change the condenser. Check out the dizzy cab. How are the leads? Have you got a cracked dizzy cab? No. Have you got a cracked dizzy cab? Check the leads. Check the plugs. Check the points. Check the condenser. Oh, them days have gone, haven't they? You don't get that anymore, do you? Lovely little pouch. Lovely little pouch to put stuff in. A purse of some sort. Nice leather purse. But no means least, and we've seen this. This has been around a very long time. And what is it? What is it? Look, it's a... And we didn't really know what it was. We had to do homework on it. Turn it around the right way. We had to do homework on it, look. It's a sine bar. It's a thing that measures angles. Hold on. We've seen this a long time ago. This has been there a long time. And it's called a sine bar to make accurate angles or something like that. You would stack up something up here. Accurate engineering measures, and that's what you would do, as far as I can understand. Seen a few films about them. It's called a sine bar. It's got rolled back on it. It's a proper engineer's sort of accurate measuring kit, part of a kit or whatever. The box doesn't give us a clue. Oh, here we are. There is something faintly on the lid of the box. Ooh, come on. What's on this? Oh, that's going to be... Oh, it's a Buck and Hickman. It's a Buck and Hickman Limited. We'll find this, won't we? Yeah, we should be able to find this in the book. And it's called a sine bar. And I don't know what year it stems from. But we can have a look in the books, can't we? Anyway, I hope you've enjoyed that. And there will be more. There will be more. This is this week's haul. Let's get this hammered into. And then let's see what we can go and fetch in the next few weeks. My intention is to clear the shed completely. Tone wants to ditch the stock. So my intention is to buy all the stock. Yeah. So this is the thing about YouTube. You can, when you find something like this, the Bullard wrench, when you find something, you can simply put the name in and wow, it spits it out. YouTube is fantastic. This one particularly. This wrench was only made for Nash Rathbone has put one on. It's only been made for 6 years. 1903. Wow. So YouTube is amazing, isn't it? Anyway, let's have a slightly closer look at this one. We've had a chance to have a look. This is what we're on about. We've picked this up. And the patent date on it is 03, so October the 27th, 03. That's 1903. yeah. So it is, like the man says, 120-year-old wrench. Wow. But I'll tell you what I noticed about it. You see it and you love it, right, great, and it's all in one piece and working. But I've noticed about this one, look, it's you fix and mend and repair. Doesn't mean, obviously, at one point this would have been rusty in the floor. Guarantee you. You can sort of see there's cleaned up and rusted. And there's been a repair made on this one, look. Ooh, look at that. Look at that. This moves and this pin slides across here. And look, and obviously it's snapped off at some time. Because when you're putting a lot of pressure on it, I can imagine it very easily breaking and this piece break off. Anyway, they've repaired it. Can you see, look? Good close look at it. Mend and repair and fix, or just to keep it going, The modern day people would have thrown this in the bin, wouldn't they? And this is why we need, this is how something that's made 120 years ago, and there's a very few of them surviving, and just to make them survive a little longer, it's had a repair on it, look. And this pin goes all the way through, so somebody drilled a hole, put a pin in, countersunk it, bashed down the rivet or the metal to make it fit. They've been working away at it, look. And obviously it's not, I wouldn't say that's good enough and strong enough to put it to work. You wouldn't really want to put this to work, but you still want to save the history of a tool. And that's for, that's what you want. Keep them, how to save history and keep them going. That pin, probably resting on the pin, that's not very, probably, the original was probably deeper. Bit of play in it. But this is how to keep history. Today, it'd be binned and you'd have no history. This was only made, according to YouTube, and, people more qualified than I am, was only made for 6 years. And it's 120 years old. Wow! This is history. This is somebody's hopes and dreams. Look what I've invented. Look what I've made. Apparently the gentleman was in debt or something and it went under. But look, this is how keeping stuff alive, keeping history. And I'd say it's a mega rare, really rare. An American, USA, it's American, it is. Check it out. Check it out yourself. Put it on YouTube or internet and whatever, and the information is there. A Bullard wrench. Wow. So we're saving history. And it looks gorgeous, doesn't it? As always, anything you buy off Tone, he's breathed on it. Whether he did the repair or whether somebody else did the repair, but the mentality of that age for this to survive this long, isn't it? That's, and again, obviously this is great-granddad's tool at one stage, wherever it's been, and if you could only tell the story, what it's been working on. But amazing.